retweet, subscribe, comment, share. Now, I'm sure most of us can recognize one of these words as being in connection to some form of social media. But do you realize the impact that social media is having on the way you view the world? Now, Webster's dictionary defines a stereotype as a standardized mental picture that is held in common by members of a group that represents an oversimplified opinion. Today, I will be arguing that social media perpetuates certain social stereotypes, and also that we can help stop the problem by first understanding it. I will talk about the stereotypes that are prevalent in our day, how social media plays a role in bringing about those stereotypes, and what we can do to stop it. In preparing for this speech, I conducted a survey in which 42 out of 44 people said that they believe that social media plays a role in bringing about certain overgeneralizations. One of the top listed stereotypes as being prevalent in our day was that of a perfect life. I'm sure most of us can understand what that means, this idea that certain people on social media seem to come across as living lives free of problems, rather are only filled with fun and with perfect looks and all things good. Now the other top prevalent stereotype was that of gender roles. In this survey, I asked participants to give 3 characteristics for women and 3 characteristics for men. And to illustrate this, I found it best to come up with a word cloud. So this is the word cloud for woman. So we see these words of kind, emotional, sassy, nurturing. And for men, we see tough, competitive, strong, motivated, confident. Now, I know some women that, yes, are smart and nurturing and kind, but I also know some men that hold the same characteristics, and same goes to women with these similar characteristics. 2 theories of communications can help us to understand the role that social media plays in bringing about these stereotypes. So first, the theory of framing helps us to understand this idea of the perfect life. So just as a picture frame allows us to only see a portion of a picture or a painting or whatever it may be, so too, whether figuratively or more literally, social media does the same with posts. Now, social media only allows us to see what those who post it want us to see. So we don't see the messy kitchen surrounding the picture of the beautifully home-cooked meal, right? And we don't hear the screaming child after the photo is taken, you know, those ones where they're sitting in the pumpkin. We don't hear them crying. I can't imagine that that's comfortable for the child. And we also don't see the behind the scenes of how a picture is taken, right? We only see the glorified perspective, or what people want us to see. Now, a big topic of conversation on social media recently has been that of toxic masculinity. I mentioned that in my previous speech. Opinions based off of social media seem to fall under one of 2 categories. One, that toxic masculinity is a problem and needs to be stopped, and 2, that it's just the way that men are meant to be. Now, the cultivation theory says that media impacts the way we view the world. So, for example, somebody that watches a lot of crime television believes that there's more crime in the world than reality shows. So applying that to this idea of toxic masculinity, we only see the 2 polar opinions, and thus overgeneralize men to fall into one of those 2 categories. So how do we overlook these stereotypes? First, we need to understand this idea of framing that I previously talked about. And remember that there's more than meets the eye. So next time you watch your favorite mommy bloggers, which I heard Lauren at one point was a mommy blogger, remember that it's maybe not the perfect vacation, but we only see what they want us to see. Or next time you see an aspiring influencer's perfect selfie, remember that there's more behind the camera. Second, we need to understand this idea of the active audience theory. This is what Berger and Freeman said about this theory. It challenges the idea that what the media say is vital to understanding what people think. Individuals are not simply wired to accept the media's message. They have ability to interpret, reject, and challenge the media. So remember that you are an agent to act, not simply to be acted upon by media. Question what you see. Is it really a perfect life? So today I have talked about the stereotypes that are prevalent in our day, the role that social media has played in bringing about these overgeneralizations, and what we can do to stop it. So now that you have a greater understanding of how media influences the way you view the world, do something about it. Challenge what you see, and look for more than just the two polar opinions.